What's up, you guys? Today I'm coming at you with a video that I've been wanting to film for a while but just haven't, and I decided today is the perfect day to do it because my eyebrows are looking really rough. So basically I'm showing you how I tint my eyebrows using mustache and beard dye. This is by Just for Men. Yes, it's mustache and beard dye, and I'm dyeing it my eyebrows, but it works, it's cheap, it's effective. But don't worry about it right now because I'm going to be giving you all the details, all my thoughts, all the tea on it if you just keep on watching. Alright, so this is what the box looks like. It's the Just for Men mustache and beard dye. So that's how you know like it works for your eyebrows too, because it's for facial hair and your eyebrows are facial hair. This is in the shade light brown. I would probably go a shade lighter. Like whenever I repurchase this, I will probably go for the lighter shade because this comes out kind of dark, but it does fade quicker and it kind of ends up in a good shade. So anyways, so you open it up. I keep everything in here, but as you can see, this is the thing that comes in. It looks really gross, like really gross, and there's an eyelash stuck to it. It looks really gross, but it's just dried like dye. I don't like, is that gross? I don't really know. And then it comes with two little tubes, which are also gross because when this was still wet, I accidentally like put these back in and put them in the box. But disregarding that, you get two tubes. The green one is the color, and then the red one is the developer. And it's super simple. Now obviously if you're doing your mustache and your beard, you would put both tubes in this little thing and then mix it up, and they give you a brush and stuff. But since I'm doing my eyebrows, you barely need any at all. So I open both up, and I just want to point out that I've had these for a long time, and it feels like this whole thing is still full. I'm not going to squeeze it because it'll come out, but it is, you barely need any of this. So I'm going to take some of the developer first, and you just put a little dot, like a little pea-sized amount, and then you take the color and do the same exact amount, or the best you can get it, and that's all you use. And I recommend getting a brush that you use for your eyebrows, or one that's similar to it, because obviously it's gonna like dye your bristles, it might get messy. I don't necessarily recommend using your eyebrow brush, but one that's slanted. This one is a little MAC one. This is the 168. I used to use this for my eyebrows, but now I use it for dyeing them. And all you do is you just mix it up in the thing. Now all we have to do is just apply it to the eyebrows. It's that simple. So I just grab a really tiny bit. It's barely on there. I'm gonna zoom you in. You take a really tiny amount. Focus. You take just not that much at all, and you just start doing them just like you were filling in your eyebrows. So I always start at my arch and do everything first and then work to the middle. And if you don't do it like that, I recommend doing it like that because dye on this end will sit longer than the one on your front, and so it'll be darker. At first it's kind of hard to see. It ends up turning the shade, the actual dye ends up turning the shade that it's gonna be whenever it dries and you wipe it off. But right now it kind of is clearish yellow, at least this one is. So you kind of just have to eyeball it and feel where it is. Now I just go ahead and follow the natural shape because that's what looks the best, is if you just follow your natural shape, because since it's a tint and you're not filling it all in, you still see all your real hairs and the skin behind it. So I just go with what I already have. Oh, that's a lot. And I have certain areas of my brows that either don't take product well or they're just super sparse to begin with, so I just go ahead and I start packing the dye on there. Now I go ahead and I do both ends, like the majority of my brow, but I skip the front till the end. So I'm gonna move on to the other side. I kind of messily fill them in, and then later I'll grab a Q-tip and just clean it up. So before it kind of soaks in, I clean it up really quick on both sides. Alright, so now I go ahead and define all the way under my brows, under my arch, and I just draw one line. Now that got a little crazy there, but I just draw one line because I always have the problem, this is another, you know, practice makes perfect thing, but I always have the problem that I don't get a really good defined line under here when I tint my eyebrows. So I go ahead and I just do both of them first so it can sit a little bit before I fill in the rest of the front. So just a line. When you put it on like a mustache and a beard, it says 5 minutes, and I'm sure it's been like probably 7 or 8 minutes since I just applied it. I do this every time, so I know it's like not gonna make my eyebrows fall off, but I leave it on for another 2 or 3 minutes just to make sure everything is set on there and I'm not moving that product around anymore. So I just let it sit for a little bit, and yeah. I gave blood today. They had to prick me twice. It's fine. So now that it's been on for the amount of time that I wanted, which has been about 10 minutes altogether since I first started applying it, now it's time to wipe it off. Usually I would use a cotton pad, but I'm out of cotton pads, and Q-tips just take forever, so naturally I grab a Halloween sock. Just wipe it off. That's all you have to do, is just wipe it off. You guys see that? It dyed all those parts in between. Now it's not like a crazy dramatic difference like I have natural like Instagram fleeky brows. This is just filling in those areas that I need help with. This is so I can go to school. Well, I don't really care what people think about me at school, so I go without makeup and everything all the time. But this helps me look just a little bit better when I don't want to wear makeup. Or anything like that. Super easy. I think I forgot to mention the price of this. I think it's $7 or $8, and it is so worth it because, like I said, these tubes, now that they're closed, completely like full. Like it looks like I never used it before, and I've had this for probably close to like 7 or 8 months. It's not a crazy dramatic difference, but to me, since I have such sparse, thin eyebrows, it makes all of the difference. After I do this, and it takes barely any time. It's cheap, it's effective, it's all around a great product. I never thought that this would have been as good as it actually is. I've got a few people who are hooked on it already, and I strongly recommend to just go try it and do this yourself. And like I said, just keep practicing. You will get better, because I got better. This is probably the like 10th time I'm doing it. I don't do it like every month or every 2 weeks or however long you need it. I just do it whenever I feel like it, whenever I'm in the mood, and whenever I want my eyebrows to just look a little better. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share, whatever you want. I'm good with it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and stay tuned for my next video.